Hello everyone, and welcome to, in my opinion, the top 5 armors in Minecraft Dungeons. So if you have any differences or similarities to this list, make sure that you comment them in the comment section down below. So to properly show off these armors, I'm going to be going into the secret cow level at some points. I'll also be showing off the abilities and stuff, but I'll do a quick run through of the cow level to show you what it's like in Apocalypse plus 25 levels. Alright, and at our number 5 spot, we have the Verdant Rope. So the Verdant Rope has minus 40% artifact cooldown, plus 15% movement speed aura, increased maximum souls, and plus 1 soul gathering. And I have gilded speed boost on artifact use. So this armor is really good for soul builds and speedrunning builds, especially because of that 40% artifact cooldown, 15% or plus 15% movement speed aura for speedrunning, and increased maximum souls and plus 1 soul gathering for soul builds. Right now on this one, for enchantments, I have swift-footed, cooldown, and cooldown. Swift-footed to really get in that extra movement speed, and the double cooldown so my artifacts always stay up. So this is definitely my speedrunning gear. I use just this for speedrunning. It's really helpful because I can always have my ghost cloak and mushroom up. Well, not always my ghost cloak, but pretty much all the time. Speed boost on artifact use. Since you're always using artifacts to speedrun, it's really helpful to get another boost. And swift-footed, because I use the roll a lot at the time, because I always had swift-footed on my armors. So it's just instinct for me to roll and get that extra speed boost. So this could be also used for soul builds, because of the increased maximum souls and plus 1 soul gathering. Some good enchantments for that could be soul focus, cooldown, chilling, protection. There's a lot of stuff you could do with this. So let me show you the artifact cooldown against a dummy with some different artifacts. Alright, so let me go use my Ironhide amulet first. As you can see, 19, 18, and look how fast it's coming back. So I can basically always have this Ironhide up. And for mushroom, of course I can always have this up, and gong. Once these come back, I'll show you some other artifacts. Alright, so this is my main speedrunning set. So as you can see, I can always have my mushroom and ghost cloak up. You can see how fast I go with the movement speed aura, artifact cooldown, ghost cloak, boot of swiftness, movement speed boost on artifact use, and even when I roll, I go even faster. As you can see, I feel like this is just the best around armor for speedrunning levels. So this is why I put the Verdant Robe at our number 5 spot. Alright, and at number 4 we have the Splendid Robe. So the Splendid Robe, of course, has plus 50 artifact damage, minus 40 artifact cooldown, and plus 30 melee damage. So I feel like this is a really good offensive build. It's really good for artifacts that can really damage mobs, like the lightning rod or harvester, or anything that can deal a lot of good upfront damage. So of course I have double cooldown to take advantage of those artifact things. I have Luck of the Sea because sometimes I use this to speedrun or get good loot. And for gilded, I have chilling. So overall, I think this armor is best used in combination with good melee weapons and powerful artifacts. Let me go ahead and equip an artifact that can deal some damage. Alright, so I've gone ahead and put on the Corrupted Beacon and the Firework Arrow. So first I'm going to do it without the armor. Charge it up all the way. 11 million damage. Alright, and once the Void Strike wears off, I'll go ahead and use the Corrupted Beacon. See, 143,000. Let me go ahead and put on the Splendid Robe. Alright, now let's see if we'd get any bonus, or how much we get. There, 214,000. I had max souls, so that's why I can shoot it for so long. But 50% is a big boost of damage. Let me go ahead and use the firework. Doesn't look like it works on the firework. I kind of expected that. I think this is best for like maybe a artifact soul build. Probably a combination of the two. That's probably the best way to use it, but it's really an offensive build. There's not many things to protect you. That's why I have chilling for gilded. But overall, I think this is a really good piece of armor, and that's why it's at our number 4 spot. Alright, and at our number 3 spot, we have the Wither Armor. So the Wither Armor has 35% damage reduction, plus 50 souls gathered, and 6% lifesteal aura or leeching. So overall, this is definitely best for a tanky soul build. For enchantments, I have protection for total 50% damage reduction, chilling to slow down mobs, soul focus for that more soul damage like from the harvester and corrupted beacon, and for gilded, I have cooldown. So overall, like I said before, this is really good for a tanky soul build to absorb a lot of hits from different types of enemies and to really get up your soul artifacts more quickly and to use more power from them. So I'm going to go into the secret cow level so I can show you what the soul gathering is like. Alright, and of course for all of these I'm going to be on Apocalypse plus 25 because I feel like that's the best way to show you how powerful this can really be against the most powerful mobs in the game. As you can see, chilling activates very quickly. Now let me kill these cows and let's see how many souls I get. As you can see how fast that soul bar is filling, just from those few enemies. You can also feel your chilling slowing them down. It's really helpful against big groups of enemies, because it keeps them from taking advantage of them, and instead to take advantage of them. And let me get to a part where there are a bunch of cows, so I can show you this harvester. Alright, so I've gathered up a bunch of cows, and I'm going to use the harvester right in the middle of all them. Bang! Do you see all that damage? Then I can use the corrupted beacon to get slowly out of there. Mine's not even max, so I bet if it was, I could have one-shot all of those cows. Now how quickly I'm getting all these souls that I just used back. Let's finish off these last few. And I hope you see why I put the Wither Armor at the number 3 spot. So at our number 2 spot we have the Full Metal Armor. So the Full Metal Armor has plus 30% melee damage, 30% chance to negate damage, 35% damage reduction, and 100% longer roll cooldown. And for enchantments, I have protection to bring that damage reduction all the way up to 50%, cooldown so that my artifacts are almost always up, potion barriers just to get some extra protection in those situations where I'm enclosed by mobs all around, and finally, chilling just to slow down the mobs so that they hit me less. So overall, I think this armor is really best for a tanky build where you can get hit a lot and deal a little damage back. It's not best for melee hits or long-ranged hits. I think it's best for just tanking damage. You really need a strong weapon if you want to use this armor, because you need to be able to hit mobs back harder than they hit you. So I'm going to go into the secret cow level so I can show you guys what this armor is like in action. Alright, I launched the level, so let me go ahead and find this first group of cows. Let me let one of them hit me. As you can see, 230,000. Let me activate Potion Barrier and Iron Hide. And now, hardly any damage at all. And I can so easily just kill these guys right away. Yeah, this armor is definitely best for tanky builds. You can absorb a lot of damage and deal some back. Not as much as more offensive builds, but it still doesn't mean it's bad. It's still a really good piece of armor, and that's why it's at our number 2 spot. Finally, at our number 1 spot, my favorite armor in the game, the Renegade Armor. So the Renegade Armor gives you plus 25 melee attack speed, 35% damage reduction, and finally, 20% weapon damage boost aura. So this armor I feel is the best of both worlds. It's both tanky, but you can kill mobs pretty easily with it, just because of that 35% damage reduction. For protection, that's 50% damage reduction. For enchantments, of course, I have cooldown, potion barrier, and protection. Cooldown to keep my artifacts almost always up, potion barrier for those tight, tricky situations, and protection for that little extra protection. So overall, like I said before, this armor is really good for tanking hits, but dealing hits back. You can really get out of those tricky scenarios with this. Because of the cooldown for your mushroom, gong, or whatever you have, along with the iron hide that you can always keep up, in my opinion, these artifacts work best with it, but you can use whatever you like, whatever works for you. So let me go ahead and show you this armor in the secret cow level. Alright, I've loaded into the level, so let me go up to this first group of cows. Let me show you how much damage they'll do to me, without my iron hide and with it. As you can see, they're doing a little more than 200,000. Let me put on the iron hide, and instantly, 33,000. And you can see there, I just destroyed all those cows. With the mushroom and the gong, you can do so much damage in the short range. Because of that extra damage boost and damage boost aura. And attack. I forgot attack speed. Even these enchanted cows can't do much. Enchanted mobs are really the most dangerous, so that's why I think this armor is really helpful against them. As you can see, I'm just destroying all of these cows. This is probably my favorite armor in the game. I've used it since the very beginning, and I've had the same piece of armor since the very beginning of the game. I got it when it was power level like 16, and I kept it ever since. Alright guys, so let me get to the end of the level so I can show you what it's like against the mushroom monstrosity. Alright, so I've gone ahead and got to the end of the level, but let me wait a few more seconds for my potion to come back. Alright, I have my potion back, so let me go spawn the boss. As you can see, I'm just doing so much damage. Iron hiding, potion barrier. I couldn't even tell because of all the radiance. As you can see, he's doing literally no damage. It's really insignificant when you have radiance. Cows try to get me too, but see, even with all that extra protection, he only did that much damage. Even without the potion barrier or iron hide. As you can see, this is a really powerful piece of armor that I think you can have a lot of fun with because of its survivability and just standalone power. So in the end, I think this armor is really good for tanking and dishing damage back out. It really just comes down to what artifacts you choose to get on it. Gilded would be even better. I always recommend cooldown and protection though, probably chilling too. Potion barrier as well. So I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you tune in to more content in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.